What do Chris Chen communities think of Chris Chen? Hello everyone, Rin here, or Alias, and today I shall discuss what communities that the infamous Chris Chen is a member of think of Chris Chen. So, I went to the only place where communities gather, Reddit, because I wasn't gonna join 20 Discord servers for all the community she's in. So I posted this question to many Reddit communities. I have it here on my phone. Hello everyone, I am making a video on the infamous Chris Chen about how the communities that she's involved with feel about her. From the fan communities like Sonic, Pokemon, Lego, Nintendo, MLP, to the more life communities like transgender, neurodivergent, and autism. So, I am just curious about y'all's opinions on Chris Chen stuff, like representation, exposure, likes and dislikes, anything that comes to mind. That was a question that I posed to all these communities. And in true Reddit fashion, the fun police came by and deleted my post on the Sonic the Hedgehog community, the Lego community, and I got permabanned from Nintendo. Of course, it's Reddit after all, I should have expected it, no fun allowed. But the other communities did leave my post up, so let's check them out. So, the first community that was the most active in the commenting in my post was the MLP community. They all call Chris Chen disgusting, and they all see her as an outsider, which is wild. Chris Chen is an outsider among outsiders. She's the biggest outcast that I can think of. Comments on MLP range from absolutely disgusting, what he did to Barbara is reprehensible, 99% of the community does not want him here. There's this one comment that I really like. It says, even bearing what Chris did to Barb, the fact remains that he's made himself the social pariah of every fandom he's been a part of through his horrid, creepy, and weird behavior. He's also the leading embodiment of every negative stereotype associated with bronies. The one every non-fan points to and says, see, look how weird and creepy and gross those freaks are. In short, he's an albatross hanging around the fandom's neck. He's also a misandrist, misogynistic, though in a much ruder way, narcissistic, whiny, delusional, obnoxious, egomaniac with a god complex, which at first made him fascinating to observe, but now that we know how deep this degeneracy and depravity goes, it becomes more imperative to keep an eye on him. Especially, we now know that he's aware of the fact that what he's doing is wrong, and doesn't care. Especially when he thinks he can get away with it. Holy shit, they really hate Chris Chen on the MLP lounge. So that was one fandom, and they were all absolutely disgusted. Now, the next community is the neurodivergent community. What neurodivergent means is someone that has autism, ADHD, OCD, mental handicap. So, what I read in neurodivergent is that people are more sympathetic to Chris Chen, because in MLP they hated Chris Chen. In neurodivergent, they feel sorry for Chris Chen, it's a tragedy, which I agree. Chris Chen is a tragedy. She got bullied way too much because she was easy to bully. In neurodivergent, they want Chris Chen to get help. While they still think she's disgusting, they feel more sorry for Chris Chen. Now, the next community is autism. Autism is, of course, what Chris Chen has. She has high functioning autism, and only one person replied to my comment in autism, and what this person said is, personally, I feel like her parents failed her from a young age. Clearly, they knew nothing about autism, and that thing they did when they paid girls to be friends with Chris was very counterproductive, because that way she never learned how to actually make friends. Plus, I think it's really irresponsible to not remove her from the internet when the trolling started. I find it cruel how much she was bullied though. Sure, she is an awful person, homophobia, racism, misogyny, etc. But I can't help thinking that they would have tormented her anyways. It's not like those trolls were social justice warriors. They just wanted to bully a mentally disabled person. I think it's weird Chris Chan always defines herself as high functioning autistic, because I don't feel like she is actually. I think maybe her parents always told her that she was, but it doesn't seem that way to me. That was the only comment that wasn't autism. And this person, again, from what I gathered, they feel like Chris Chan is a tragedy. Her parents failed her, and and the parents didn't take away their internet, and they didn't really raise Chris Chan. I totally agree. If you don't know, Chris Chan had two parents. One was Barbara and one was Robert. Out of the three people, Robert, Chris, and Barbara was the worst person of the three. Just think about that. Knowing all what Chris Chan did, Barbara is still the absolute worst of the three. Because she would constantly emotionally manipulate both Bob and Chris into doing her bidding. Like when they wanted to clean the house, because Barbara had a massive hoarding problem, she threatened to stop living herself. So they never brought up the subject again. When Chris Chan wanted to go to a convention, Barbara also threatened the same thing. So Barbara was absolutely emotionally manipulated. They really fucked up Chris Chan big time. Now, the next community is the Nintendo community. Now, this is one of my posts that got banned, but before it got banned, people managed to comment on it. So everybody in the Nintendo community just kills. Either they didn't know who Chris Chan was, or we're just like, she's a gross fuck. She's a gross fuck, and no, 1,000 times no. Also, don't call anybody, which of course is a Chris Chan thingy. So yeah, the Nintendo fans, I wish my post would have stayed up a little bit longer, so more people could have given their thoughts. But it's Reddit. Mods are gonna step in for anything. So, by the little information I gathered, they don't like Chris Chan. They think she's gross. Now, this last community is Ask Transgender. Which, honestly, I thought my post was gonna get like nuked immediately in Ask Transgender. But to my surprise, it was up for a few days and then it got removed. Because again, the fun police comes by. So what people here are doing is lambasting me. Funnily enough. Like, the first comment with the most upvotes in my post is, "Congratulations on taking part in a massive Take It Spatting bullying campaign. I guess you must be very proud." Yes, I am. I like exploring what people think of someone that I know a lot about. Alright, so the rest of the community, the second most upvoted comment is, again, lambasting me. But after that, this person actually had a really good explanation. "Chandler is an autistic person who needed more support systems than she got. She probably could have been a lot better today by getting the help she needed. She probably should have been in a group home. Instead, everyone just pointed and laughed and giving her so much more attention than was responsible to give. Even her most recent outing in the news for assaulting her mother was encouraged by Kiwi Farms users who knew better. They knew she'd do it, and they told her to do it. They caused it. It's easy to say what she did was wrong, but no one wants to acknowledge how the internet has contributed to the problem. And everybody wants to cash in on shedding on someone who needs help. Don't make the video. You aren't going to have anything new to say." I may not have anything new to say, but I am just curious on what people think. That's the reason I'm doing the video. I don't want to add anything to Chris3. I just want to know what people think about Chris Chan. Also, I'm gonna put the nerd emoji up. Kiwi Farms didn't encourage her to do that thing with her mother. She did that on her own. Kiwi Farms found out that she did that on a call with a troll, Isabella Janke. Not to be nitpicky, but yeah, Chris Chan was just that fucked up. Other than that, the community didn't really like my my prodding on Chris Chan. They all say that outsiders obsess over her more than any other transgender person. That that what can I say that hasn't been said, and stuff like that. My opinion is that they see Chris Chan as a tragedy, and they wish that people like me and Christorians should leave Chris Chan alone. So, That has been what Reddit communities think of Chris Chen on my limited data. But I'm guessing, I'm guessing here that with these few people, the sentiment won't change on the grander scale of the communities. I do wish my post would have been up like a little bit more so I could gather more comments, if anything. But alas, it wasn't meant to be. I used the data I was given. Also, the post that got deleted the fastest was the Sonic the Hedgehog community post. I'm guessing the Sonic community, as soon as somebody types Chris Chen on a post, they just nuke that motherfucker. Well, this has been all. This has been Ren, or Alias. Bye bye.